Hello everybody, I'm going to talk about the culture of the Philippine island. This is the index. We can see all the parts that we are going to see in the video. Culture is the characteristic and knowledge of a particular group of people, including language, religion, food, social habits, music and art in a specific place and in a specific period of time. Also, culture is something that we learn throughout our lives. The Philippines is an archipelago. It belongs to the Asian continent in the Pacific Ocean, located in Southeast Asia between the countries of Borneo and Taiwan. Now I'm going to talk about the culture in the Philippines. More than 170 languages are spoken in Philippines, but the official languages are English and Filipino. The currency used in the Philippine island is the Philippine peso. Filipinos are originally from the southern part of Asia. They are origins from China, India, the United States, and Spain. People who married Filipinos, so there is a lot of mixture of culture among their people. Filipinos are very fond of music. They use various materials to create sound and they like to dance and sing in groups. The Masquerade Festival. This event is held in the city of Bacolod, where on the fourth Sunday in October, a street dancer meets with super colorful costumes, masks, and headdresser. Christmas is one of the most beloved celebrations for Filipinos. It starts in September and ends in early January. At the beginning of this month, Christmas songs are already here everywhere, in a store, on the street, and even in office. At the beginning of September, the well-known paroles begin to flood streets, villages, and houses. Paroles are lanterns originally made with bamboo fiber and later with paper. Family came together on December 24 to celebrate the traditional Christmas Eve. The New Year is also celebrated by gathering all the relatives again. Festival of the Giant Lantern, the day before Christmas, the Festival of Giant Lantern is celebrated. A huge lantern made with bamboo that try to recreate the star that guides the Magi to the portal of Bethlehem. Now I'm going to talk about the food. The most common and famous dish in the Philippines is adobo. The name comes from Spanish, but it is not what we know as adobo. Rather, it is stew of meat marinated in vinegar, oil, garlic, and soy sauce. Pancit bihon. It is a dish originally from China and very popular in this country, especially for its quick preparation. Sinigang. It is a very common soup in this country. The big festival. St. John's Day is celebrated in Balayan. It is a festival in honor of its most typical dish, the pig. The most curious thing about this festival is that during the day the pigs, once they are done, are disguised with clothes according to the theme that the organization has marked for that year and are protected with plastic. Now we can see the monuments that we can visit in this country. Fuerte Santiago, although it is one of the few restored places in what was the Spanish colonial city, it suffered extensive damage during the final battle between the Americans and the Filipinos against the Japanese. Now it is one of the most visited attractions in Manila. Monument to Jose Rizal Manila, 100 meters from the place where he was shot and the park that bears his name, one of the lungs of Manila. It is other important monuments. The tourism is very important for this country. El Nido offers some of the most incredible beaches and islets in the world. Treasure Shark in Malapascua, Multicolored Rift in Mondoro and Tubataha, Coral Garden in Anilao, or night stags to see phosphorescent species. Considered one of the 8 wonders of the world. The intramural walls of the capital allows us to delve into the country's Spanish past. Now, I'm going to talk about fun facts. You may not know these things about the Philippines. That is very curious. Filipinos use their lips to point or communicate a specific direction. Instead of wasting physical energy using the arm or hand to point, they save it for later using their lips, as in the Caribbean area of Venezuela and the other Caribbean countries. They can be used in various situations to talk about someone without being seen, to ask for capture to be passed to you at the table. The eyebrows for the Filipinos are very important. Filipinos raise their eyebrows when they want to answer yes to a question. That's incredible. So if a Filipino doesn't answer you, he looks at his eyebrows first. He has probably already answered you with his eyes. We are used to opening our mouth when something surprises us. Well, in the Philippines, it can be that, but it is used much more to let you know that they have not understood anything of what you have said. And yes, they stare at you open-mouthed until you explain it to them again. Filipinos are extremely practical and don't use things that they don't think necessary. In this case, knives are not fundamental part of eating. The basic culture of Philippines cuisine are only spoon and forks, or even simply use your hands. Shoes are prohibited when entering Filipino homes. Taking off your shoes before entering is a custom that shows respect towards the host. In addition, removing shoes helps keep homes clean. Did you know some of this curiosity? In conclusion, I can say that the Philippine island surprised any tourist who visit this island, thanks to its great culture as we have seen in this video. The mixture of culture it has makes it unique and surprising. Thank you very much for your attention.